Good morning. All right, so I had a rough sleep last night. It was bloody cold when I first got into bed, and the wind was howling. About 4 hours later, like, the wind finally died down, and then I couldn't regulate my temperature, so I was either hot or cold. But it's about 6 in the morning now. So today we've got 3 campsites ahead of us. So we've got a 3.1, which doesn't do anything. We have a 7.7, which is a small campsite up on the very tip top of a ridge. And then we have a 9.9, which is down like a crazy steep descent. So we'll see what we can do today. I am starving, so I'm gonna make myself a nice big bowl of oatmeal and back up and get going. All right, guys, see you down trail. All right, guys, you ready for the sad sound, or the start of the morning? Ready? See if we can hear this. All right, so I am dressed. Just got to pack up in the tent and then start breakfast, and we're on our way. Day 2 back on trail. I'm feeling good. All right, folks, it is 7:24. I just finished a very hearty breakfast. I had a big pot of oatmeal. Thank you to Foxtrot and Rambo. And then I had some Spam from last night. Give me a little bit of protein and fat. And everything's packed up, so we are off. 7:24. I see sunshine and blue sky. I'm so excited. Looks like we're coming up to a view and a beautiful, warm, glowing sun. Look at that sunshine. Let's see what we got here. Oh, pretty lake. All right, guys, we've got 0.6 to go to get to Midge Lake, and then the campsite that was 7.7 miles away is now just around 5 miles away. So another big climb. So we're doing good time so far. It's like it's a little after 9. I think we could do it. Stopping for a little break. Get the pack off my back. At Midge Lake here. Give my feet a rest. Gonna get some water and take some ibuprofen. I've got 4.6 miles left to go to get up to the campsite that is on top of the ridge. I think that would have been the 7.7 miles from my campsite this morning. So I've got 2 big massive climbs yet in front of me. And then I'm gonna hopefully camp there. Hopefully it's a good site. It says there's space for 2 tents, which means I basically have to have nobody else there. It's also apparently a very windy and exposed site, so hoping it won't be bad. Fingers crossed, because I really don't want to do what comes next. So once I get up to the top there,
the plan is to stay there the night at that campsite, because in the morning there's a massive climb down. And when you do the climb down, like it's so steep that and long that people time themselves to see how long it takes them to get down, basically running full out. And I'm not going to do that on my feet. You know, kudos to those that do, but no, I'm going to take my time. So I'd prefer to do that first thing in the morning after my feet have had a rest. Anyway, I gotta get going. We will see you down trail. All right, had a wonderful, wonderful rest here. Beautiful spot, not a single mosquito. It was lovely. Some sunshine to warm me up. And I got 4.6 miles now ahead of me to get to my camp for tonight. Fingers crossed it works. It is about 10:45 right now, and we are off. Alrighty, so I've got 1.8 miles to go to get to Traps Pass, which is going to hopefully be my tent site for tonight. And I've got about just over 800 feet of elevation gain to get there. So I'm just taking a little break. Just got my water. Far out shows one more water source, but it's seasonal, so I didn't want to chance it. So I filled up my CNOC here. That'll give me enough to get into camp, have dinner, have water throughout the night, have water for breakfast, and have enough water to get down tomorrow to the next water source. So should be good. Just hoping that the campsite is good for tonight. No deadfall, not like completely exposed on the ridge, but hopefully protected. So we'll see. And I need room for my tent. Point 9 to go to camp. Pretty view. All right, guys, so I made it up to Traps Pass. A couple of sketchy trees here, but overall it looks okay. I am right on the ridge, so my food is going to have to stay in the tent with me tonight. There is no place for me to put it without it ending up rolling down the mountain, so that's not happening. But 7.7 miles today. I did 4.3 yesterday. My feet are feeling good. They're not hurting. It's had a couple of really decent climbs today, so feel pretty good about that. Plan is tomorrow I've got a massive descent first thing, so I am at the peak right now, and then when I start out tomorrow, it's downhill, straight downhill for a long way. The weather is gorgeous right now. Beautiful views. I think I'm going to end up in Snoqualmie earlier than scheduled. That makes me happy. Oh, I got dirt on my forehead. But let me just show you around my campsite. So these are the sketchy trees, but they all look like if they're gonna fall, they're gonna fall this way and away from my tent. Here's my tent. You can see on the other side. That goes straight down. Looking out. Beautiful, beautiful views. Got a nice sitting rock. Actually, I have a couple of them here. So there's that one there I could actually lay out on if I wanted to. And then just over here, my pack's resting up against the other one. So that is it. That is camp for the night. So wish me luck. I don't want any bear visitors, but my food has to stay with me because, like I said, there's every angle around me. Like everything goes down, 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 down. Right? There is no place for me to leave my food without it rolling off the mountains. So it has to stay with me tonight. Anyway, wish me luck. We got a big day tomorrow. All right, guys, as you can see, I'm all snuggled in, ready for bed. It is 6 o'clock. I made it up to Traps Pass, which is an elevation of 5,777 feet. All right, guys, that's it for me. See you down trail.